it's just kind of combining some stuff that we have done. And we've got this weird thing, this parallel thing now. So, first of all, if two lines are parallel, they run like right next to each other, right? What would those have in common? Good enough? Okay. Next time that happens, you could like raise your hands instead of interrupting my beautiful instruction here. So if two lines have the same, if they're parallel, does that make sense if I say they have the same slope? Like if they're both going up 2 over 1, up 2 over 1, they're parallel, they're never going to hit each other. So parallel means same slope. So what you want is to graph that point. Remember that's x comma y. So 1 to the right and 2 down. I'll have a point right there. So your job on every problem on here is write the equation. Every one of these, write the equation. So then I know it's parallel to this, which means it has the same slope as this. Which means I need to know what the slope of this is. What is the slope of this line? Number in front of the x. You say the x again, I'm going to punch you in the face. So the slope is 1. Dang it, that was being recorded. If the slope is 1, what's on the bottom? It's like 1 over 1. So from this spot, I'm going to go up 1 over 1, up 1 over 1. And draw my line. And what we're basically trying to find is where does it cross the y-axis. Trying to draw that line until it hits the y-axis because I want to know what that point is because you have to write the equation of this line. So there's my line. My equation is always blank times x plus blank. So what goes, I'm trying to find the equation of this line. What goes in that spot in general, like not the specific general, what goes into x? The y-intercepts. So where in this problem do we cross the y-axis? -3. Which we got by like drawing it, right? So -3 goes here. In general, what goes in the slot in front of the x? Slope. The slope we already wrote down up here is 1. And we could like look at it again, it's up 1 over 1, up 1 over 1. So that's what I'm looking for. Graph the line and give me the equation of the line that you just grabbed. So that's like the new stuff. That's the last new stuff before your test. Questions on that one? Sure. Alright, -1, -2. There's your x, there's your y. So -1, -2 is right here. Parallel to this means I want the slope. It's parallel, the slopes are the same. So what is the slope of this line here? The 6, which is the slot in front of the x. So what is the slope of the line that we're looking for? It's parallel. Don't overthink it. It's also 6. So it just means you have the same slope. So now I know that point, or that slope. I already got that point. You guys see where I'm getting that from? First number on that, yeah. And then my slope is 6, which is really like 6 over 1, right? So we go up 6 over 1. Put a dot, and then I'm going to connect those. Let's stick in. And I've got to write the equation of that line that I described. So it's always y equals blank times x plus blank. My job is to just fill in those 2 slots. Slot the end again. In general, don't specific number me. In general, what goes there? The y-intercept. So in this case, the y-intercept is 4. In general, don't give me numbers. What goes in the slot in front of the x? It's the slope, and the slope we know from above is 6. That's the new stuff there. And then the 2 on the bottom are review-ish, but I'm still going to go through them because it's good to review before the test. Questions on the first 2, though? let's look at 3. We did one like this on the warm up. That's okay. We'll review more. -5 comes 0 is over there. 0 comes 2 is up there. Remember, it's always X and Y. And then, draw your line. And my job is to find the equation of that line. So y equals blank times x plus blank. And again, just thinking through that process, what goes in the slot at the end is the y-intercept, or when we cross the y. That's 2. And then what goes here is the slope, but we got to do a little more work for this one because we got to actually count stuff. Is this number here going to be positive or negative? Positive because we're going up. So if I go up 2 over 5, that gets me from one point to the next, so that means my slope is 2 fifths. Question on that one? So one more, and this is probably the shortest one. Hopefully it's the easiest one. You don't need to do anything except jump straight to the form, because you have basically everything you need on that graph. So again, what goes out here is the y-intercepts. So we cross the y-axis of this one at 1. And then what goes here is the slope. Positive or negative? Negative because it's going down. And how much did I go down? I went down 2 and over 1. So you could put -2 over 1 there if you want, or you can put -2. Like they're both totally fine. So every problem on here, your job is to tell me the equation. Graph it and tell me the equation. Questions for me? You might have more as you go. I'll walk around and let you know. There is an answer key up here, so you can check as you go. If I were you and I had a test coming up Friday, I would want to make sure I was doing it right before that. So ask me, check your answers, whatever. Work and submit it. You didn't get the packet I was just working on? What'd you tell me before? I don't really know. So we got the complete opposites. Charlie just sitting around like without thinking. You're too polite to even say something. Were you able to like follow it?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry.
It's right.
Wait, it's right there. Was this your passing back? Just tosses